Hi, Denise. How you doing? So this is a great exercise right here, what you've done. This is basically interview questions and tough interview questions. So, I always recommend that students practice on the tough interview questions. Why should I hire you? Describe your biggest weakness. Things like that, because they're going to come. They're going to come, and they're kind of trick questions because the person who's asking wants to see if you're prepared. So that's why they ask these tough questions. And I think you did a really good job, considering those. If you take a closer look at the assignment, though, it's not really looking at those questions as if they're an interview, if you're sitting in an interview. Basically, this is more if you're showing your portfolio. Okay, so basically you would have been already past your first interview, and that would have been this. And then you have your portfolio where you're showing your portfolio. So this dialogue here should be geared towards your portfolio. Demonstrate the opening lines you might use to introduce yourself to a prospective employer. If initiating contact or a phone call. Hi, I'm so-and-so. I'm calling in regards to blah, blah, blah. This is who I am. This is what I do. And this is why I'd like you to give me an interview, basically. Okay. Demonstrate the words you might use to lead into a presentation of portfolio during a face-to-face interview, with the prospective, employer. And I think that's kind of what you did right there. But I want you to take it from your side and say, you're sitting in front of a prospective employer. I want you to tell what you're going to say while you're about to show your portfolio. And then tell us what you will say when you're about to lead the viewer through the consecutive pages of the portfolio and what words you might use to close your portfolio. Okay, so instead of giving these tough interview questions, give these responses and these dialogues set up to introduce and talk about and close the discussion about your portfolio. Okay, so let's jump to the actual portfolio. Okay, so this is your cover, and DFC, I would, right here, I would put your full name. Oh, there's your name. Oh, I didn't see it. Okay, if you're going to use an S in your logo, use an S in your name. Okay, let's move on. Now, I would not recommend starting with corporate design. I would recommend starting with your own personal identity. As such, this corporate design is missing a piece. Let's jump over here and look at corporate design. And you see that you have your identity package, which you have, but it says two from the following for one existing company. So you should have letterhead, business card, envelope, that, and one other thing: a style guide, environmental graphics, or a logo sheet. Environmental graphics, I think, would be an easy one. If you could mock up like a billboard or some sort of outdoor signage and add it to that, that would complete that requirement. As far as the design itself goes, the business card, there's a couple of inconsistencies. I would put the logo on the envelope also. I would also recommend putting the contact information on the letterhead itself, okay? Let's move into your corporate identity, your personal identity. Now, here's your personal identity, your branding. And there's your logo. And again, put your S in there if you're going to use it in your logo. But you've got 3 different presentations of your logo. Actually, you've got 2. You've got basically this one, and then this one has a frame around it. So choose one and stick with it. Also, if your logo is presented at the left side of your business card, the left side of your envelope, and in the middle of your letterhead, that seems to be an inconsistency. I would push it over and make that consistent with the other 2 by putting your logo in the corner. And don't forget your contact information. A very versatile place to put that is down at the bottom here of your letterhead. That way you can repurpose this for invoices and things like that. Okay, you've got your personal identity second part, which is your sample sheet. Now, sample sheet is just a basic. It should be a 1 page, and basically it's an introduction. It's saying, "Hey, viewer, this is what you have in store in the next few pages," and then you'd have that image there, that image there, that image, and show 5 images. Okay, don't take 5 pages to show your images. It's just a sample sheet. Should just be a real brief. Here you go. Take a look. This is what's coming up. Okay, and then there's more of your sample sheet, more of your sample sheet. Then we go to your package design. This is fantastic. I think this is very, very good design, and I would recommend if you have any more shots of this product, go ahead and shoot them. Get some angles. You know, it's always nice to shoot up top of and down on a product, as well as showing different angles and different sides of the package. I would include those, but this is good, showing good knowledge of production. I'm looking at your background pages themselves, and I'm seeing that you're taking up basically this whole area right here, the corner of the page, for your description. So this is dead area right there. My recommendation would be pull your description down and just leave it somewhere like this. Not that close to the bottom, but you know, something like that. And just use that area. Then you have this whole area here to present your work on the page. Make sense? Okay, that way you're utilizing the whole page while effectively using negative space as well. This page looks good. You've got your one, you got your main page, then 1, 2, 3, 4. You don't have to show all these. You only have to show 3 sub pages. So you can lose 2 of these. Just show puppy, chow, adult, and grain free. And that should be, or dog, chow, adult, and puppy. And that's really all you need. You don't need these other 2 pages. It's only 3 pages. Digital graphics design. Yeah, you've got, I wanted to look at that. Digital graphics design, you've got, oh yeah, you're good there. Excellent there. Remember, you only need two though. Then electives look good. You've got 3 electives. Good job. Now you've got your collateral design. You've only got 1 collateral design, but when we go over here, we're required 5. So we need 4 different collateral pieces for that. Right there. This looks great, though. Good job there. Then you just go straight into your thumbnails. Now, don't forget there's a process book, too, for your thumbnails. I think I like showing thumbnails big, but I don't think you need to take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pages to do so. You can probably fit all these thumbnails on three pages tops. And it's good that you want to show all your thumbnails. It's fantastic. It's just, you know, try to utilize the space as much as you can. Really get, you know, we'll be able to see if they're that big. You know, put 3 across and 2 down, or something like 3 by 2 grid, something like that. So you can fit 6 or 8 on each page. Try to do that. And yeah, that's a lot of sketches. So I think you're taking too many pages on that. Okay, so at any rate, so good job. Let me see what else we have. Oh, you don't have, what are we missing? Publication design. I didn't see publication design, so make sure you get that in there too, okay? All right, good job. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to get with me. Thanks very much.